quotes. One, David Foster Wallace, slightly revised. Stories are one of the few experiences where loneliness can be both confronted and relieved. The next, from an 8th grader. I was trapped in a room with a brick wall dividing it in two, and on my side, it was dark and full of a void of nothingness. Prologue. I'm in East Africa walking in the slum, and little children point up at me with their eyes gaping and say, Mzungu, Mzungu, Mzungu. And I figure from the context they mean large, oafy, awkward, white male. And I find out later that that's not too far off the right translation. Year 1, going directly from college to teach middle school at an inner city Catholic grammar school in Germantown. I walk through the hallways and the kids call me Napoleon Dynamite. When they find out they get in trouble for doing this, they start saying things like, gosh. I feel other, and I feel very white. Later that year, I am accidentally in a meeting that I should not be in with a parent who's upset with the teachers because her son is failing. She says something to the effect of, it's like that commercial with that guy in the office with all those monkeys. If the monkeys aren't getting the job done, you gotta replace them with new monkeys. And I think, A, I don't think that was the point of the commercial. And B, is she calling me a monkey? Year 3. A student writes, I'm teaching 5th grade now, a student writes a kind of Bildungsroman, short story, 1 page. Main character's name is Puppet Ghetto, and Puppet Ghetto goes up to heaven and gets zapped in the butt by the Lord God for saying something inappropriate. It's hilarious. Something to put in your teacher file for bad days, for tough days when kids are calling you Napoleon Dynamite. And later on in that week, this kid, same kid, her eyes are lighting up, describing Maniac McGee as we talk about her, or talk about him in the book. And I'm just infatuated with this child who just seems to love writing and love her book. A couple weeks later, that student has a complication in her stomach. A virus goes to her heart, and she passes away. Another student in the class, very upset, very sensitive, very smart, runs to her 3rd grade teacher and cries in her lap. May, year 3. We plant a tree for Katina, the student who passed. Year 6. A fellow teacher of mine who had the honor of winning Teacher of the Year for the Children's Scholarship Fund comes running up to me with an essay that a student wrote. And in it is that first quote. And later she goes on to say that a teacher had helped her to break down that wall by giving her power tools with books and getting her interested in writing. And this ended up being the student who had run into the lap of her 3rd grade teacher. And the teacher she was talking about here was me, which was cool. I don't put that in my teacher file. I put that letter in my wallet. Keep it with me all the time. Year 7. My 5th graders are now in high school. They come back at the end of September. I ask them what they're all doing here. They say, it's Katina's birthday. We're going to her tree. Thank you.